Good morning, all of you. Hopefully, you all are fine. This is your English lesson. In today's lesson, you are going to practice writing a picture story with a moral lesson. This lesson is going to be very interesting. So let's start the lesson with what? Yes, you are right, with the learning objectives. Can I describe the main elements of a story? Can I write a short moral story using verbs, adjectives, and adverbs? Students will be able to know more about the topic by watching a video. Dear students, do you know what is a moral story? A moral is a message that is conveyed or a lesson to be learned from a story or event. The moral may be left to the hearer, reader, or viewer to determine for themselves. A moral is a lesson in a story or in real life. So, moral stories do a wonderful job for self-analysis. You learn a good lesson from these types of stories, and then you try to apply that moral lesson in your real life. Now, let's have a look at story writing toolbox. Wow, we have a lot of tools here to help you in writing an interesting story. You are going to use lots of interesting vocabulary in your story. That includes adjectives that are describing words, synonyms, different words with same meaning. Remember, we have done it before. Adverbs tells us how an action is done. Verbs, it's very simple. Verbs are the action words. Connectives or conjunctions, you can say. Remember, we have done the conjunctions and but, and also prepositions that help to connect sentences. So to write an impressive story, you are going to use all these vocabulary words in your story. Now come to the presentation of your story. You know, presentation is just as important as the story itself. It includes your handwriting. So your handwriting should be very, very good. It should be legible, which can be read easily. You see, if the teachers are not going to read it, how the teachers are going to know what you have written in the story? So please pay focus on your handwriting as well. There should be proper paragraphing. You all know that a story has how many paragraphs? Very good. 3 paragraphs. Beginning, middle, and end. So your story should be divided properly in 3 paragraphs. You can add dialogues to your story when there will be a new speaker and new lines to make it more impressive. Every great story has interesting characters. So, you know, characters make your story more interesting. So you should have great characters in your story. Remember to describe their appearance. You are going to describe how they look like, their personality, their likes and dislikes. You are also going to tell about what they like and what they don't like. Use your senses to help describe what is happening in your story. So your 5 senses are very important in writing a story. You are going to use all your 5 senses. It will help you a lot in writing a good story. So you are going to write what can you hear, see, smell, taste, and touch. Now, come to the last tool. Don't use the same sentence starter over and over again. And I'm telling you this thing every time, that whenever you are going to start a new sentence, you are going to use a new sentence starter. You are not going to repeat. Here are some sentence starters. Later that day, one sunny day, Suddenly, time words are also there. Remember, these are the time words. Suddenly, meanwhile, finally. So you can use time words also to start a new sentence and avoid repetition. Alright? Every great writer needs the right tools to help get the job done. So when you are going to use all these tools, and these are the right tools, you will be able to write a very good story. Let me elaborate story elements to you. So story elements include characters. Who are characters? Characters are the people or animals in the story. So your characters may be the people in the story, or they may be the animals. Then there should be a setting in the story. Setting is where the story takes place. Whether it is going to take place in a castle, or in a house, or wherever the story is going to take place, it will be the setting of the story. So your first paragraph of your story, that is the beginning, it should include the characters and the setting. Now, what should be there in the middle or second paragraph of your story? There is always a conflict, and conflict is the problem the characters face in the story. Now come to the last paragraph or the end of the story. So, resolution is how the problem in the story is solved. So this will be the end of the story. These are the elements which are very important for writing a good story. Dear students, let me tell you what is a story mountain. A story mountain is a way of visually planning the plot and structure of a story by separating the plot and structure into clear stages or sections. This is done by following the path of the main character up one side of a mountain to the climax of the story at the peak, then down the other side with the resolution. So let's have a look at this story mountain. In the beginning, you are going to write where is your character and what are they doing. So you are going to describe your characters by using adjectives, and what are they doing by using verbs, and you are going to write where are they doing these things, and that is the setting of the story. What does your character want? Then you will tell what is the wish of your character, what does he want. Then you are going to write what are the struggles or roadblocks. Then come to the middle of the story. What happens to make things worse? Remember, always there is a problem in the middle of the story. What choices does your character make? Now you are going to write how the problem is going to be resolved and what are the choices that your character is making to solve the problem. Then there is the end of the story. How does the story end? So you are going to write the resolution in the end of the story. So this completes your story mountain. Now get ready for an intro starter activity. Are you ready? May we start? Okay, let's start. Now, you are going to tell me which is your favorite moral story, and you are going to give a reason for liking it. So quickly recall the stories which you have read and tell me which is your favorite story and why do you like it? I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, let me tell you about my favorite moral story. It is The Ant and the Grasshopper. You know why it is my favorite? I like this story so much because in the story, Ant is so hardworking and Grasshopper is so lazy. Dear students, do you know that ant is a very hardworking insect? So what ant did in the story? It worked day and night and it saved food for the winter season. Whereas grasshopper laughed at ant and said, "Why are you working so hard? Why are you saving this food?" Ant told grasshopper as well that you should also work hard, otherwise you will regret. But he didn't listen. So what happened at the end? Winter season came, and in winter season, when the winters are very severe, everything is covered with snow. So what happened that grasshopper was unable to collect food or get food, and ant was very happy because it had saved food for itself and for its children for the winter season. So the moral of the story is work hard so that you can reap the benefits. So I like hardworking people, and that's why this story is my favorite. What about you? Get ready for a quick memory check. Name the moral story in which there was a crow and a jar of water. Can you name that story? It's a very famous story. Yes, quickly name it. I'm waiting for your answer. Yes, you are right. The name of the story is The Thirsty Crow. And what is the moral of the story? Yes, the moral is God help those who help themselves. So, if we try, God will help us. But if we quit trying, God is also not going to help us. So, this is it. So, we shouldn't quit trying. We should always try, and we should try hard. Then we'll get whatever we want. So, it's just a matter of trying. Students, as we are going to write a picture story today, so here I have given you an example of a picture story, and the name of the story is The Greedy Dog. So let's read the story with me, and you are going to read attentively as you are going to write a story after this. So look at the first picture, what is happening in the picture, and then look at the second one and the third one. Now, the story is like this. There was a dog that was very hungry. He searched for food everywhere and at last he found a bone. He picked the bone with his mouth and started going back to his home. There was a bridge on the way to his home. So, this is the beginning of the story and this is the first paragraph. When he started crossing it, he saw his reflection in the water. The dog thought that there was another dog with a bone in water. He wanted to get that other bone too. So he saw his reflection in the water, and then he thought that there is another dog with a bone in its mouth, and he wanted to get that bone. So this is the second paragraph of the story. Or you can say middle of the story. Now come to the last one, third paragraph. So he started barking at his own reflection. His bone fell in water as soon as he opened his mouth. The greedy dog lost his bone. So you see that he was so greedy that he wanted another bone, in spite of the fact that he had already a bone in his mouth. So he started barking at his own reflection, and what happened? The bone fell down in the water. So what is the moral of the story? Its moral is greed is a curse. So dear students, you see that greed is such a big curse. As the greedy dog opted to get another bone, his own bone fell in the water. Now the dog was left with nothing. He remained hungry. So we should be contented with what God gave us. We shouldn't be greedy at all, should we? What do you say, dear students? Now, dear students, these are the pictures on which you are going to write a story. So what you will do first, you will look at the pictures carefully. Now look at the pictures one by one carefully. What can you see in the first picture? Yes, there are some children playing. Where are they playing? They are playing in a big, beautiful garden. Which season is this? Yes, this is spring season. As you can see that the flowers bloomed in the garden and the butterflies are flying here and there. There is lush green grass. So this is springtime and the children are very happy. Whose garden is this? Come to the second picture. Yes, this garden belongs to a giant. An angry giant, you must say. Look at his expressions. He looks so angry. The children are very poor. Now, he yelled at the children and he is telling the children to leave his garden. Now come to the third picture. What is he doing? Yes, he is building high walls. What happened after that? Okay. Yes, after that came the winter season. Everything was covered in snow. What happened? When springtime was there again. Yes, springtime didn't enter the giant's garden. Now look at the fourth picture. Now the giant waited for springtime eagerly and he thought that I should break the walls now with the hammer. He was actually regretting and he thought that I didn't let the children play in my garden. So that's why springtime didn't enter the garden. So he broke the walls. Look at the last picture. As soon as the children entered the garden, what happened? Yes, snow vanished and springtime came again in the giant's garden. Now the giant apologized and he told the children that they can play in his garden. So this is it. Now you are going to write a story properly, taking care of all the things in your mind that are important for writing a short moral story, and your story should go according to the pictures. Don't worry students, I have given you the outline and helping words as well. So now quickly bring your creative writing notebooks and get started. So you will write Friday on the left side. Classwork should be written in the middle of your page. And date is 21st May and the year is 2021. And you are going to do it in your creative writing notebooks. Prepare your page quickly. After writing day, classwork and date and year, you are going to write the topic. So what is the topic for the story? Yes, the story is about the selfish giant. So the selfish giant would be the topic of the story and you have given the title to the story. Then after that you will write learning objective. Can I write a short moral story using verbs, adjectives and adverbs? So you are going to use all these things to make your story more impressive. Then you will write the question after that. Write a short moral story with 3 paragraphs, beginning, middle, end, on the topic the selfish giant using the given outline. Now we are going to have a look at the outline. So be attentive. Here is the outline for you. What you are going to do, you are going to divide the pictures first. right? So how will you divide it? You will take first 2 pictures for the beginning of the story, then second 2 pictures you will take for the middle of the story, and the last picture you will take as an end of the story. So read the outline with me. Where were the children playing? Whose garden was it? How did it look like? Why did the giant scream? How did the children feel? What did the giant do? Which season was it? What did the giant build in the garden? How did the giant feel? What was he waiting for? Why was he holding the hammer? How did the children get in the garden? What were the changes in the garden when the children entered it? What were the giant's activities at the end of the story? What is the moral lesson of the story? So with the help of this outline, you are going to write a story. Wait, I have planned some helping words for you as well. So come to the helping words and starters. Come to sentence starters. Every time you are going to start a new sentence, you wouldn't repeat the sentence starters. So to help you people, I have written so many sentence starters here. So you can choose. You can use all of these. It was springtime. The giant had the flowers bloomed. You know when it is spring season, the flowers bloomed in the garden. Sweet chirping of birds. The giant yelled. What is the meaning of yelled? Yes, yelled means shouted. Everything was covered. The children crawled. Now come to the helping words. Large, lush green, colorful, flowers, bloomed. Springtime, blossom. Bloomed and blossom are used for flowers. Autumn, juicy fruit, birds, chirping, glad, enthusiastic. What is enthusiastic? Means very, very happy, excited. Infuriated. Infuriated means to make someone extremely angry. Scared. You know, scared is frightened. Furiously. Furiously means angrily. Built. High walls. Wilt. What is wilt? Wilt is dried up. When it is autumn, the flowers wilt. Colorless. Dried. Hailing. Whole. Silently. Now dear students, I have given you so many helping words as well. So you are going to write a very impressive story. Now it's time for the plenary. Do you know that rechecking is very, very important? So you are going to check the following points after completing the picture story. Did you use capital letters for writing a new sentence and for proper nouns? Did you use a lot of words, adjectives and adverbs to make your story more interesting? Have you done proper paragraphing for your story? Is your story according to the given pictures or not? This is very, very important that your story is going with the pictures or not. Did you write the moral of the story? So there should be a moral of the story as well at the end. So you are going to remember all these points. After writing the story, you will check these points. If you want to learn how to write a short picture story, you will have to go through these main steps. Look at the pictures carefully. Title your short story according to the pictures. Divide the pictures for writing 3 paragraphs accordingly. Know your characters. Outline your short moral story. Get your draft done as soon as possible. Edit your picture story. So you are going to write a rough outline first and then you are going to edit your picture story. If you feel that you should add something else, get feedback about it. This is very, very important. Tell some adult in the house or your elder brother or sister to check your story and give feedback about it. Practice often. And the last point is very, very important too, that you are going to practice often. You have to write the stories again and again, as practice makes a man perfect. So this is it. Dear students, I have sent you the link for 2 short moral stories, and their names are The Ant and the Grasshopper and The Needle Tree. I'm sure you would enjoy watching these 2 videos. Goodbye. Have a great day.